How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at 20th anniversary set. So basically for all scan leaks and translation. So let's do this. So the first card we actually have, it's a Venusaur EX. So this is basically a reprint from the X and Y. So really nothing special, I guess, nothing new. Also, we have reprinted X and Y Mega Venusaur, which is pretty badass card. For 4 energies, you can hit for 120, and your opponent active Pokemon is gonna be paralyzed and poisoned. If your opponent active Pokemon is paralyzed, he's not gonna be able to retreat, so this is definitely very powerful attack. But for 4 energies, I guess it's not gonna be that competitive, especially not in the standard form, because it can easily be countered from Mega Mewtwo, it can easily be countered from the Volcanion, so I guess it's not that simply good enough. So the next card is a cutter piece. So we have some base set reprints right here. So this is the same card as the from the base set. Basically a cutter P, as you can see right here, with a string shot. So flip a coin if has your opponent active Pokemon is now paralyzed. We also have reprinted Metapode, but I don't see a butterfly. So interesting. Also, Weedle has been reprinted as the card, as you can see right here, pretty much a poison string. Flip a coin if it has your opponent active Pokemon is now poisoned. Also, there is a well-known a Kakuna with that pretty much stiffen. During your opponent next turn, any damage done to Kakuna is going to be reduced by 40. I guess that was actually maybe hardened or something like that, or maybe that was called later. And of course, we have the Beedrill with 120 HP. In the original set, it was 80 HP and it was rare, and right here it's actually a uncommon card, which says that with 1 grass energy, your opponent Pokemon is going to be poisoned. So I guess 1 energy for 30 and poison, not something spectacular, but with Berberk City it might be good. And also second attack for 1 Colress and 1 grass. This attack does 40 damage times the number of Beedrills you have in play. And the most important thing is to one of your opponent Pokemon, so which is just pretty good. With a wide lens, you can actually also apply weakness and resistance to those Pokemons on the bench. So there we also have a Tangela, which is also a reprint, a base set, reprinted Charmander, Charmander with the 60, Charmander with the 80 HP, and a Charizard with 150 HP, and I can't wait for this card. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It has been reprinted with 150 HP. Ability, all energy attached to the Charizard are actually fire instead of their energy types. And for the 4 fire energies, you can hit for 20, 200, not for the 20, for the 200, and you can discard. You need to discard actually 3 energies attached to this Pokemon, which is just ridiculous. I mean, attack is pretty good. I mean, stage 2, but with the Blacksmith and double Course energy, you can just easily power it up for the single turn and hit for the 200. Then we have Charizard EX, of course, reprint from the Flash Fire, same as the Mega Charizard EX, with Charisma Dive, 300 damage, 50 damage to yourself. Protection Cube will do the job to protect your Charizard from taking any damage to it. But then you're not going to be able to play Spirit Link because Spirit Link has just also been released. There's a Vulpix with a HP 60 and basically the same old Vulpix, but it was actually 40 HP I think instead of the 60. And right now we also have Ninetales, very nice reprinted Ninetales with the 100 HP instead of the 80, and also attack is a little bit stronger. 3 energies for 120 instead of the 4 energies for 80, and this also one have the attack. I guess that the base set original was with ability, cannot remember to be honest. Also Fire Blast for 120 with 3 energies, discard 1 fire energy from this Pokemon. Also first attack with 1 fire energy, choose one of your opponent bench Pokemon and switch it with his or her active Pokemon. During your opponent next turn, the defending Pokemon cannot retreat, which is pretty decent first attack, to be honest, in my opinion. Ninetales Break, 140 HP, it looks just gorgeous. I mean, one of my favorite breaks, to be honest, from the new set. And pretty much it has that explosive fireball for 10 plus. Discard all fire energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each energy discarded this way. I guess pretty decent. 3 energies, 190, not bad at all. Then we have Growlite, 70 HP instead of the 60, Arcanine with 130 instead of the 100. Basically, it has the ability, which is pretty interesting. Once you return before you attack, when this Pokemon becomes your active Pokemon from the bench, you might choose, you might move all fire energies as you like from your Pokemon to these Pokemon. Pretty good. Something like a Shaman with that from that Hargol Soul Silver era. Also, for 3 fire energies and 1 colors, you can go for 150, and Arcanine is not able to attack next turn. But you also have Arcanine Break from this set. There's just Ponyta, Magmar, nothing really special to talk about these two. Blastoise EX has also been reprinted from the X and Y, same as the Mega Blastoise, which is pretty good. We have Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and a Poliwrath. So one of my favorite Stage 2 Pokemons from the base set. So Poliwrath, of course, one of my favorite cards of all time. 1 water energy, 50 damage if this Pokemon was on your bench and become your active this turn, it's going to be 50 more damage, so 100. And also Whirlpool, 80 damage, discard an energy attached to the defending Pokemon. If that was the 2 energies, it might be good, but since it was 3 energies, it's not that good, to be honest. Seal, 80 HP instead of the 60. Dewgong also reprinted. I mean, these 2 cards, Seal and Dewgong, also reprinted. Staryu is also reprinted. Quick attack, 10. Flip a coin if it has 10 more, nothing special. Then we also have that Starmie with the ability, once you return, you might discard 1 card from your hand, then choose 2 basic energy from your discard pile, show them to your opponent, and put them into your hand. Not bad ability, but it's a stage 1, but I can definitely see some play with this card. Also Starmie Break, it looks pretty badass. 1 water energy, Turbo Star, this attack does 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon Break. I mean, it's pretty badass. 1 energy and this attack will do 100 to each of your opponent Pokemon Breaks. I'm kind of confused about that. That's just too strong against those break decks, but still it's like stage 2. Well, old school Magikarp, I can't wait to play this old school Magikarp in my full Retaliation Gyarados deck, to be honest. Can't wait about that. And of course, old school Gyarados. 4 energies, 180, flip 2 coins. If either of them is tails, this attack does nothing. Pretty much standard for Gyarados and Magikarps. Reprinted Pikachu. Would like to see it with red cheeks. Yeah, pretty much same as the old one. A little bit more HP. There's also Raichu with 100 instead of the 80. 2 attacks, the first one. What the heck? Attach the lighting energy from your disco pile to this Pokemon. I thought it's something different. And the second one, 70 damage, you might discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 70 damage. To be honest, this set does not contain playable cards. It just contains pretty much old school reprint cards that might just value as something in the future. There's just a Magnemite, Magnetone with 80 instead of the 60 HP. Nothing really special about it. But then we have a Electrode, and of course Voltorb, which is actually a reprint, same as the Electrode. Ability, it's a stage 1. Once you return, Buzz Up. Once you return, before you attack, you might knock out this Pokemon and attach it as a special energy to one of your lighting Pokemons. This card will provide 2 lighting energies attached to your lighting Pokemon. It's not that bad. I mean, it's pretty decent, but still, I mean, you need to knock it out and your opponent will take 1 prize. I guess it's not good. Old school reprint of the Electabuzz, the same as the old school one. Zapdos with 110 instead of the 80 HP. Thunder for 90, pretty much Thunderbolt for 170. The old school was 120, I guess. It was 120, yeah, definitely. There we go with the Nidoran, Nidorino, which is actually Psychic right now instead of the Grass, and a Nidoking, 150, but with a Psychic type, and 2 attacks. The first one for 2 energies, 40, defending Pokemon cannot retreat. And the Tail Swing for 100, this attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent benched basic Pokemons. I mean, it's not that bad, but still not playable. Nidoking Break, 180, definitely the card you need to have in your collection. I will definitely take one of these to my binder. Toxic Pierce, 120 damage, your opponent Pokemon is not poisoned, put 2 damage counters instead of 1 between turns. Pretty good, I mean, pretty good. And Ghastly, pretty much reprinted. During your opponent next turn, if this Pokemon is knocked out by a damage from an attack, discard an energy attached to your opponent active Pokemon. Second attack, flip a coin if heads, your opponent active Pokemon is now asleep. The regular one from the base set was much better, to be honest. There's also Hunter as a reprinted Drowsy. We have Drowsy, we have Coughing, we have Mewtwo. So 130 instead of the 60 HP. I guess, no, it was actually 80 HP old school Mewtwo. And the first attack says 20 damage plus 20 more for each energy attached to your opponent active Pokemon. Only to your opponent active Pokemon. Nothing really special. And the second one for 2 Psychic Energies, prevent all effects of attack, including damage done to this Pokemon during an opponent next turn. It's the same as the old school. So we have right here Mewtwo EX with triple attacks, as I mentioned it once earlier on my channel. Energy absorption, attach an energy card from a discard pile to this Pokemon, heal 60 damage from this Pokemon, and also a Psyburn for 110. There's also Mew. This one actually was only printed in Japan as a promo, I guess. Prevent all effects of attack, including damage onto this Pokemon by your opponent evolved Pokemons. So I really like the natural shield, to be honest, on this card, but the attack is just totally bad. I mean, with the Dimension Volume Expanded might be good. Flip a coin if has your opponent active Pokemon is not paralyzed, so it's not that bad. You can hit for 30 with just a single energy, and it does not have retreat. So there is a Sandshrew, Diglett, and a Dugtrio. Nothing really special about it. 130, this attack will does 20 damage to each of your benched Pokemon instead of the 10 and 70 as a original one. So we have matchup as the new reprint, Machoke, and a Machamp. So the new Machamp says if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by your opponent, attack, place 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. The old school was 100 HP, 4 energy for 80, and also the ability was, I think, at that time, let me just take a second to take my memories back to 1000. It was actually, I'm talking the bullshit right now. It was actually flip a coin if heads. If you're gonna be knocked out, probably will just stay down to 10 HP, something like that. A Chump Break, 3 energies, 100 next turn. It's gonna be 100 more. And there is also old school Onyx and Hitmonchan. I really like the Hitmonchan. 1 energy for 30. I mean, 1 strong energy for 30, which is actually a 50. And with Fighting Fury Belt it can be 60, and you can have 130 HP. It's definitely good. In my opinion, it's good. 1 energy for 60 trade, it's pretty good. Fairy instead of the Colress one, really like that. And then we go to the bad boy, which is a Pidgeot EX. As I mentioned it, Mimic, if this Pokemon was damaged by an attack during your opponent last turn, this attack does the same amount of the damage to your opponent active Pokemon. And Feeder Throw, 80, this attack does 20 damage to each, 20 damage to, probably to your opponent benched Pokemons. Mega Pidgeot, 220, it looks pretty badass, really like it. Basically a Mech Cyclone for 130. You might have your opponent switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. Then there is a new Rattata with that ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand into your bench, you might discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent active Pokemon. So I really like that. I mean, you can just easily scrap the tool attached to your opponent active Pokemon. So really like that. Then we also have a Eradicate, which is a reprint with the 60 HP, but this one actually does not have Super Fang. Discard an energy attached to your opponent active Pokemon and 60 from the Shadow. Bite from the Shadow. This attack will do 60 damage times the number of special energies in your opponent discard pile. So it might be pretty good for the Eradicate break deck, to be honest. I really like the one tech of this card, especially with the current meta. There's a Farfetch. The duo actually, it's not a Dodrio and the old school Chansey. 120, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same Chansey. We also have Porygon, which can be pretty much 3 different types. So choose Boop, choose pretty much any of these types. The defending Pokemon weakness is that type until the end of your next turn. Oh, okay, not bad, but until the end of your next turn, basically, I don't know. I don't know. If that was the ability, it might be much better. Um, a Dragonite EX, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you might search your discard pile for up to 2 basic Pokemon, excluding Dragonite EX, and put them into your hand. Well, it's pretty good, something like a Hoopa, but Hoopa is still much better. 4 Culver's energies for Hyper Beam, 130 discard an energy attached to your opponent active Pokemon, not good. So we have a reprint of the Super Potion as the old school one. Healed 60 damage from one of your Pokemon if you do discard energy. Energy retrieval, old school, real like that. Old school potion. Oh, I thought this was a gold berry, but no, it's a revive. Put a basic Pokemon from your discard pile into your bench, but in the old school retro style. I still like those retro cards. The Evolution Spray, the old school one, which was actually a rare, really like that. A full heal is reprinted, also a switch. I have like 100 old school switches. If you don't believe me, I can take a picture of them. Old school Pokédex, I really like that. It will definitely help a lot in those decks who actually play those Max Elixir, so you can see if you can play Max Elixir or not. Maintenance, shuffle 2 cards from your hand into your deck, then draw 1 card. Real like those old school cards. And then we have some new cards like a Blastoise Spirit Link, like a Pidgeot Spirit Link, like a Venusaur Spirit Link, and of course Charizard Spirit Link. So we'll get those Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise Spirit Links, which is just pretty amazing. Also Professor's Oak hint, real like it. I guess it's probably gonna be uncommon, which says it's a supporter card. If you use this card, your turns end. Draw cards that they have 7 in your hand, and that's pretty much it. I really don't like it. Really don't like it. Mr. Determination, as you can see it right here. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. So we already have Mr. Determination. There's a Brock's Guts. Oh, he looks like a bad boy right here. Shuffle 6 in any combination of Pokemon or basic energy cards from your discard pile back into your deck. Okay, you might play only one supporter card. I mean, that's a supporter card, but it's still better than a Super Ode, to be honest. It's definitely going to help in those Mega Rayquaza decks, but I guess Karen is much better. Old school double cores energy, retro style, really like that. And then we have some full art cards like Venusaur. Pretty much they looks like those from the promo generation set. Mega Venusaur. Then you can see Charizard full art, also Charizard Mega full art. Really nice, I guess. This is a secret rare. Then we have also Blastoise full art, Mega Blastoise full art, Pikachu full art, and the most important, there is a very nice looking Mewtwo EX full art. More than that, there is one more Pidgeot full art, a Mega Pidgeot full art, and a Dragonite full art. So these cards look just amazing. And then we have Mr. Determination as a full art, as you can see it right here. Brock's Guts is also full art, and probably those special cards are going to be Executor. So this is a Executor with... This is some kind of the special Executor that was actually printed just in the Japan version of the set. Not sure if that's going to be printed in the English. Same as the Manaki's The Duo. That was the promo card in the Japanese set, not released in the English. Basically, when this Pokemon retreats, throw this card away. Harmony, 30 damage. You might begin to sing a song. When the song ends, this attack does 30 damage to your opponent active Pokemon. So pretty nice card. And also here comes Team Rocket. Also set related promos are gonna be Slowbro EX, as I mentioned it earlier, and a Slowbro Mega. So we also have that Slowbro Spirit Link and a Surfing Pikachu. I really like that Surfing Pikachu, but I would also like to see that Birthday Pikachu. And also item cards, gym badges right here. As you can see, flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, draw 1 card, which is not bad at all, I guess. You may play as many item cards as you like, of course. So we have Brock, Misty, Latent Surge, Erika, Koga, Sabrina, Blaine, and Giovanni. If you don't know all these 8 old school trainers who actually contains and keep those badges in Pewter Gym, Cerulean Gym, oh, Calzedonia Gym, I guess. I don't know the name of the gyms, but I really know the name of those trainers. So basically, because I really like them, I collect them like 15 years, and really don't know the name of all of these gyms, but I know at least the names of those trainers. So you really need to collect all of these because they look just pretty badass, and they're going to be promo cards, so I will definitely grab all of them. And of course, at the end we have those reverse foil, or this looks just like a foil holo cards, which are actually energies: grass, fire, water, lighting, psychic, darkness, fighting, metal, and fairy energy. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this 20 minutes video where I actually show you all of these old school cards that are actually reprinted in the 20th anniversary set. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more future videos, and also don't forget to comment below and let me know what you think about those new cards. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and till the next time, goodbye.